Hello everybody, this is IOSYS and welcome back to Let's Play Sengoku Gensoukyou. Last time, we conquered the hidden house and thus captured Moko as well. And today, we are actually not going to further attack the Entei forest, but instead make our strongest army even stronger. Oh, nobody attacked me. That was surprising. So today, we are going to use the event Humans and Magicians. The Hakare shrine that day continued a rare sight. Marisa was sweeping the area with a broom. The shrine's master had sent Reima out for work. Wait. There's a person working at the shrine other than Reima? Wow, that was unexpected. But okay, fine with me, I guess. Reima in turn gave Marisa a broom and asked her to take care of the place. Oh boy, I really came at the wrong time. And if Reima is actually out doing some shrine maidenly work, that's gonna be a sign of the apocalypse. She grumbled in a way that would earn her a beating if Reima herself was there. But she continued sweeping anyway. The shrine didn't really need cleaning, but Marisa wanted to leave traces to show she had worked. I guess this should do it. All the trash's been cleared, the fallen leaves are gathered in a pile, though it ain't enough to roast some potatoes. The pile of fallen leaves was still small, and their color did not feel enough like autumn to get the sticks and potatoes ready. Roasted potatoes simply didn't taste as good when it wasn't in season. It guessed as out of place as roasted potatoes in summer then showed up while the shrine was under Marisa's care. So we're here, Marisa. Whoa, a ghost! Is that how you greet your guests? Nah, it's just seeing you walking around in the middle of the day. You look like a roasted potato. Are you calling me fat? Anyway, you weren't at your house, so I figured that this place was where you would be. Absolutely correct, you sure know me well. I ain't got a prize for you though. Did you take a book from the library that had a lock attached to it? A book with a lock attached? Ah, I know what you're talking about. It's the one you were begging and crying for me to take it away. Perhaps you should get yourself checked for hallucinatory symptoms. Anyway, please return that book. No way, I haven't read it yet. You should be in the first place. Is that why I came all the way here? You didn't do this for all the other books. How suspicious. What's with that look? Let me guess. It's your diary, right? That's why I had it locked. My intuition ain't fading yet, you know. Don't be silly, just return it already. There's no need to be in such a hurry. I'll return it properly, after I'm done reading it. I told you, you shouldn't read it, it's... As the two continued their argument, another person had come from the direction of the Scottadel mansion, completely clueless as to what was going on. It was Alice. Pachiri, I thought you'd be here. Oh, what's the matter? I went to the library and was surprised that you weren't there. At least that Koakuma told me you had went to see Marisa. Why'd you come straight here then? You rarely are at home after all. Very good predictive work. You can collect your prize from Marisa. Ain't got nothing here. Anyways, what are you up to? I went to the library to return a book and wanted to borrow another. I thought it would be rude to just take it without permission. That would have been okay, really. Hold it! That's totally different from what you tell me! Obviously, if I say that to a thief, the library will become nothing more than a bookshelf store. Marisa, are you still up to your tricks? I'm amazed, really! It's fine for Alice, since she always returns the books she borrows properly. Why don't you try to learn from her example, Marisa? Tch! Ganging up on me, huh? I've returned books probably before anyways. And right after that, you'll take home twice as many as you returned. Now hurry up and give that book back already. Bah, fine, whatever. I'll go get it now, so wait a sec. Marisa scratched her head sulkily, then disappeared inside the shrine. She emerged a short time later, with the disputed book in her hands. Why is the book at the shrine? I was real sure it was your diary, so I figured I'd read it together with Reima. There was no evidence of any tampering with the lock. It seemed that its contents still remained unseen. A book with a lock. That looks like mine. That book is giving me a bad feeling too. You understand, huh? That's why I asked you to return it. Otherwise... Hey, what's going on here? This ain't your diary. The heck is it then? You know, any magician should be able to feel the faint magic power that's flowing out of that book. Sorry, but I ain't a magician like you or Pachuri. Wait, what's that supposed to mean? Exactly as I said. Did I hurt your feelings? You're sounding so unnatural. When did you become so cynical? That's how I've always been. That's the reason why you two can feel it and I can't, ain't it? What's wrong with the both of you? How amusing. All those sentimental words you said about magicians and such back then don't work so well in reality, huh? Oh, is that how you want to do this? It's just that book that's your only proof of your supposed superiority anyway. The argument started to heat up as they traded barbs back and forth. Pachiri was caught in the middle, clueless as to what was going on, and helpless as to what she could do. Why are you two getting so agitated? Calm down. Pachiri's right. Why don't you just calm down and accept it? It's the truth after all. Sure, why not? To be honest, I was feeling a little guilty about reading this, since I thought it was a diary. But since I was wrong... Marisa slowly put her hand on the lock and used her magic power to physically destroy it. The remains of the lock dropped to the floor, leaving no signs of what it used to be. Marisa, what are you doing? A sham of a magician like me can't feel any weird things from this book after all. See? Nothing's happening. Marisa started to flip through the pages of the book. It contained complex magic formulas accompanied by plain designs and the odd explanatory text. That is a Grimoire I wrote in the past. I ended up neglecting it for a while, so... I see. So you wrote this. And that's even less reason why this should be a problem. As Marisa continued skimming through the pages, she abruptly stopped at a completely blank page. All the pages after were blank as well. She flipped all the way to the last page, then looked back up. So this ain't the diary, it's just one of your incomplete projects. What's the big fuss all about? Marisa, you've never written a magical grimoire before. I have, but I don't write anything except the bare minimum. Well, Alice, where's this amazing magic power you've been talking about? Huh? She opened the book towards Alice and flipped the pages again. It didn't appear to be anything unusual. However, the faint distortion that appeared beneath Marisa's feet did not go unmissed by Pachiri. And then... Move! Eh? Huh? A vast amount of energy erupted from the stone pavement with a thunderous roar, launching Marisa into the sky. Marisa tried to run, but she couldn't move her arms and legs, as if something was holding them still. What the hell is going on? That book had a methodology on how to absorb energy from the surrounding and convert it into magical power. It targets everything, so it's difficult to control. That's why I left it as this? Why did it just activate by itself? Is this one of your traps? Magic formulas which aren't completely written out are extremely unstable and dangerous. So that's why I had it locked. Then why did you put it in the library? Anyway, I gotta get myself out of here. Huh? I feel so tired. The flow of energy continued to lift Marisa into the sky. She tried to struggle, but the magic had bound her somehow. Soon, all her energy left her body. She could no longer move. This is bad. It's absorbing Marisa's magic power, and her vitality as well. Is there a way to save her? Can't we do anything? Once activated, it will continue to absorb all the energy around it and grow. So we need to isolate it with a barrier of sorts to cut it off its supply. Don't stick your nose in this. I can get out of here. Ugh. Even her energy to protest was being absorbed, let alone the energy she needed to escape. It was clear that this needed to be dealt with quickly. Don't be so stubborn! Pachuri, let's hurry! I know. Alice and Pachuri measured their distance to keep away from the energy absorber. They then threw Alice's dolls and Pachiri's magic-enhancing ribbons around the swirl of energy surrounding it. First, we have to quarantine the energy and get Marisa out. Alright, on my count, 1, 2, 3! The many dolls and ribbons suddenly emitted a magical string that connected all of them in a regular shape. It broke off the flow of energy from the ground, and the restraints on Marisa became loose. Marisa! Alice flew up quickly and tackled Marisa to force her out of the remains of the flow of energy. She then fell to the floor dizzily. Pachiri! Leave the rest to me. Pachiri released more magic power, and the barrier made the dolls and ribbons grow larger, growing from where Marisa had been. It eventually encompassed the entire region that the energy was flowing. With its source of power gone, the flow of energy gradually grew weaker. The barrier grew smaller with it until it disappeared entirely, leaving a hole in the ground. The Grimoire had also been fully burned up. Whew, it's over. Alice, how's Marisa? Marisa! Marisa! Are you awake? Marisa had lost consciousness from exhaustion, but a couple of light slaps on her cheek caused her to slowly open her eyelids with a groan. Ugh. What just happened? It's alright. Pachiri and I dealt with it somehow. Fortunately, it only stole some of your energy. It should be fine after some rest. Serves me right, huh? I ended up being saved by you all. Don't tell me you're still... That's how it is. I was so stubborn as a mule. Did some real stupid things. And this is the result. I'm a miserable fool. Marisa, I guess a fake like me really can't compete with real magicians like you two. Marisa, what are you saying? Marisa used her near-lifeless hand to adjust her hat downwards, with Alice still helping her sit up. She then began to explain bit by bit. I've always been arguing with Alice about humans and magicians. I didn't want to lose, not as a human, nor as myself. I didn't want to accept it. But I've got my limits. I ain't special like Reima. I'm just a normal human. No matter how many times I challenge y'all, the results still remain the same. Sorry about everything, Alice. In the end, the half-baked one who threw away her future and refused to see the truth might have been me. You were always so much better than me. So... Marisa! Alice's palm struck Marisa's cheek. But the reason for it was different this time. Marisa opened her eyes in shock and pain. Alice looked like she was in agony, as if she was the one who was slapped. Better? You're lying! Did you not know what I went through when I became a magician? Did you think I didn't feel anything? When I became a magician, the person I was up to then disappeared. I cast everyone aside for my own selfish purposes. How can I be better? Alice, you... I do not regret it. It was the path I chose to walk, but you, who stuck stubbornly to your humanity and worked so hard to prove yourself, I envied you so much. So if you're saying things like that now, then all those things I felt... Alice had to force out the emotions that were hidden deep inside her. The words she uttered were ones that no one else had ever heard. I was a magician from birth, so such things were natural to me. So it may not be my place to speak about this, but when I see you two with such strong emotions about a matter that I could never feel, it makes me feel a little envious. Hey now, everyone's envious but what they don't have. From my point of view, I've got a lot more to be envious about from you two. Hey, Alice, why did you want to become a magician? What about you, Pachiri? Because there's magic. Because there's magic to study. Because there's magic I want. We're all basically the same, huh? I guess we all think too much. Just a simple line would have solved everything. Alright. Marisa used all her might and lifted her body to stand upright. The bright expression on her face seemed to indicate that she was completely back to normal. Don't just stand up like that. Is your body really okay? Maybe you should rest a little longer. I ain't like a certain asthmatic witch. This ain't nothing to me. If you're talking as previously as that again, I suppose that means you're fine. Anyways, we're closed for the day. I've had enough of bad experience to last me a lifetime. I guess you're okay now. It's getting a bit late, so I'll be going home. See you two again. I'll get an earful from Saki if I don't return soon. Make sure you learn a lesson from this, and stop carting my books away. Thanks for everything you did today. I'm back to myself now, so I don't have to worry about a thing. See ya! Alice and Pachuri went back to their homes after saying their farewells. Marisa saw them off and waved goodbye, and when they disappeared from view, she collapsed and leaned back onto the donation box. Whew. I'm really spent now. I can't even move a finger. What's Reim gonna say when she sees this hole? She'll probably be really mad. Marisa gazed at the hole as she mumbled to herself. Her eyelids slowly began to close. She fell into a sleep so deep that she would not dream. Yet from her face, it was clear that something was on her mind. From when she was born, till what she was now, all the people she met, and her own future, Marisa might well have been scared of losing all these things, or seeing them change. Did Alice hold all of this uneasiness inside her too? Did Pachi just accept it like it was normal? She smiled to herself in her sleep, feeling stupid for letting such things dig so deep into her heart and worry her. What the heck are you smiling at in your sleep? This place is in such a mess. You've got some explaining to do once you wake up. And thus, Marisa's story has been cleared. So, Reima's story only is activated when capturing enough people, and Marisa's only when you have Pachuri and Alice still in your party. Well, okay, that's a good trade-off. But yeah, it's nice to see these three go along so well now. And to see them all now buffing each other. You will see their true power next time in the next episode of Let's Play Sengoku Gensoukyou. This was NCS, and farewell for now.